Hello, Joel here with Power Stance Import Export. If you came across this video through a eBay listing, that's what this video is for. Thanks for watching. But if you also happen to stumble across it through a random YouTube search or a suggestion, and you have any questions about these vehicles, please don't hesitate to contact us on Facebook or Instagram at Power Stance Import Export. Also, our phone number is listed below, so you can call us anytime. We are one of the largest suppliers of Land Rover Defenders in Michigan and in most of the Midwest. So if you've always been curious about Land Rover Defenders and maybe possibly wanted one, please give us a call or contact us. Facebook, Instagram, Power Stance Import Export. Thanks. Hello, and up for sale today I've got a 1994 Land Rover Defender 90 with the 200 TDI and the LT77 5-speed. Now this is an import from the UK, so it is right-hand drive. It's now located here in Michigan and comes with a clean, clear Michigan title. Now this little 90 is very clean on the outside. It's got a fresh new paint job in Coniston green. And if you stick with me, I'll show you the inside, the outside, the underside, the engine, and we'll even go for a test ride. Okay, so starting here at the doors, we do have a little bit of rust on the bottoms, but nothing too serious. That could be patched up or left alone as is. No corrosion on the outside. We do have a new set of door skins, so those are in beautiful shape. We've got wheel flares matching in the Coniston green as well. We've got a set of 16-inch Defender alloys. These are the Boost alloys. Sliding rear windows. The roof is also painted in Coniston green. Rear cross member is in beautiful shape. A little bit of corrosion here on the body itself. The aluminum has kind of corroded away a little bit. We've got an adjustable tow hitch. Rear door, pretty decent shape. A little bit of rust there on the bottom. Nothing too serious though. Again, the skins have been replaced and they're all in pretty decent shape. A little bit of corrosion there. Actually, this one has not been replaced. I take that back. But a tiny bit of corrosion. Okay, full-size spare on the back. We got bench seats in the rear here. A little bit of wood trim. Carpet in the back. No headliner. Looks like there was something glued up here at one point, but it has obviously fallen off. Headliner in the front is in decent shape. I'd say this little 90 needs a little bit of attention on the interior, but on the outside it is pretty good. Driver's side door. Tiny bit of rust on the bottom, but again, nothing too serious. We do have aftermarket rock sliders. In the interior here, we got 3 front seats, no center cubby box. And we've got 153,000 miles on the clock. Moving around here to the front, you can see the bulkhead corners are in fantastic shape. Checker plating on the wings. Got a light bar on the front as well. A little bit of paint coming off here on the light bar. Bumper's in decent shape. Okay, and like I said, now we're gonna look at the underside and the engine, and then we'll go for a test ride. Okay, so let's take it for a spin. I'll show you the gear changes, acceleration, braking, and steering, and all that good stuff. So obviously we will start out in first gear. Next, third gear. Fourth gear. No clunking at all in the gear changes, everything's nice and solid. 110 today, and you can definitely tell a difference in acceleration between the 110 and the 90. These just feel a little bit more peppy, a little bit more light on its feet. Throwing up a few rocks into the wheel wells. That's the noise you're hearing. So we'll downshift into third gear going uphill. Downshift into second gear here. And there's fifth gear right there. Nope, that's fifth gear. Fifth gear. And we're cruising at 40 miles an hour, give or take. And we'll come to a stop here. Vibrations, no pulling right or left. And I'll show you reverse. Nice and smooth. Yeah, this engine's running real good. Lots of power. Nice and heavy. Okay, so this is the 200 TDI 4-cylinder turbo diesel. As you can see, there's some of the gold paint left over. That's factory paint on the engine block, so that's a good sign. It's showing you that the engine has not been leaking oil its whole life. The head looks nice and clean as well. There's the back side or the front side of the footwells and the passenger side. You can see there's quite a bit of surface rust on there, and maybe even a little repair panel on the bottom. But I forgot to show you in the previous part of the video that the footwells have been repaired or coated in a nice bed liner coating of paint, and I'll show you the underside here in a minute. But the footwells are in pretty decent shape on the inside as well. So back to the engine. Turbo nice and clean. It is missing the turbo cover, but 99% of them are. Radiator hoses look nice and clean. Not bulging or leaking at all. Fuel pump as well, nice and clean. And as you can see, that's the original color right there. So this is a green vehicle to begin with a slightly different color green paint job. So that looks like an olive green, and it switched to condensate green. Okay, so here is the rear chassis, and we've definitely had a new rear cross member welded on, and whoever did the weld did a spectacular job. This is the seam right here. You can barely see it, but that's brand new cross member. And moving on here to the underside. Okay, and this is the passenger side of the chassis. Quite a liberal coat of rust proofing on here. There's the front outrigger. Looks to be original. And as you can see, there are the floorboards in pretty decent shape. A nice liberal coating of rust proofing on those as well. Now under here at the drive shafts, you can see that they look pretty solid. I don't see any leaking coming out of the rear differential. Center diff does seem to be leaking out of this front seal right here. So that's a little job. You got to remove the drive shaft and remove the hub and the seals right back there. So that's a couple hour job that should be done sooner than later. Front drive shaft looks to be new, aftermarket. A little bit of oil coming out of the sump gasket. That's also a 1 hour job. That should be addressed. Front axle looks nice and clean. And here we are at the front of the vehicle. There's the steering dampener. Steering arm ball joint looks good. The swivel seals look to be in decent shape. It looks like the hub is a little dirty, but I don't see oil leaking out of there. Front axle looks decent. No leaking out of the filler. Now here's the front of the engine. Like I said, there looks to be a little bit of oil dripping out of the oil pan, so that needs to be removed and resealed. But other than that, it looks pretty tidy under here. Again, a nice liberal coat of rust proofing. And here we are on the driver's side. Here's the front outrigger. Nice and solid. And the chassis rails. Solid as well. Again, there's a good coating of rust proofing on here. So all in all, I'd give this underside a B+. It has had a new rear cross member welded on, so there's no patching or holes in the chassis other than that. And then the front seal on the transfer case should be replaced soon, and the seal on the bottom sump of the engine. But that's about it.